Hello and welcome to the Spring Fling here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Don't forget to give us a follow if you would like to be notified for when we go live with shows just like this one. And you can find our entire calendar on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Join us in chat every Wednesday starting at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, -5 GMT, at least for another couple of weeks, probably this week and next at least, for the Spring Fling. On our way out the door, though, once we get our Shroud run down, we're all going to be doing some different shows, and we have something cool to announce in that regard coming up pretty soon. But let's start with some introductions. First up is Samus Garobo, who, I don't know, what is your stance in April Fool's Day pranks?
I'm not good at them. I wish I was better.
Okay.
Um,
See, I
yeah,
would
I
think
mean,
on the one hand you might be a really good pranker, but on the other hand, maybe you're just grumpy about it and be like, pranks are stupid and people who do pranks are even dumber.
no, I don't dislike pranks. I don't have the kind of wherewithal to realize what day of the week it is, let alone what day of the month it is. So April Fool's always kind of sneaks up on me. Like St.
Indeed.
Patty's Day in my world is like a month long thing. I'm like, hey, it's March, right, Lessa? She's like, yeah. I'm like, St. Patty's Day. So I can't even nail it down to 1 week.
All right, it might be April 1st on the calendar, but she is April 1st in our hearts. Say hello to Lessa.
Hello, hello. I know, Jerry, we were going to wait until later to announce this, but I'm just so happy and pleased to announce that Jerry and I have decided to have our first baby.
In game.
So,
We're going to do the
congratulations.
assets and actually have your character be pregnant and then create a character in the game for the very first time. Yeah, yeah. All right, so anything else going on in your life here, Lessa?
Nah, that's it.
All right. With us finally here is Vagabond. How you doing, Vagabond?
I'm well.
Have you ever had a prank pulled on you?
Oh, sure. I may not have recognized it as one, but yes.
Yeah, actually, for the weekly Wednesday here, started off by showing off a new tutorial that was actually the old 2006 tutorial because I realized it still exists. So I was able to use an admin character and teleport to it. It was kind of cool, actually.
That's great.
Now, one person is not with us today, and that would be Bonnie Bew. Bonnie Bew is grayed out in our party chat, and I don't know. I guess she doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, she's on holiday.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. So
No,
anyway,
it's not true
yeah,
at
no,
all.
I don't know what's going on, but Bonnie, it's totally cool, and we love you, and we will see you probably next week or so. So we are basically wrapping up the shroud. We're going to get flagged for the shroud, and then we're going to run the shroud, and then we're going to end the show, and call it a great show and have fun. Moving on to other things. I'd say bigger and better, except maybe they'd be smaller and worse. So I can't guarantee that's the case. You know
That's
how when a
just like
great
bigger and
band
better,
breaks
actually.
up and then the guy makes a solo album? Maybe it's good. Maybe you're going to be Phil Collins. Maybe you're going to be the guy from Milli Vanilli or whatever it is. Who was in a group
Um,
that made a solo album and then bombed? I can't think of a good example.
I have no idea, but for weirdness, while we run out to the thing, I actually have a story that kind of prompted me. Um, there's been a lot of like weird, uh, multidimensional plane crap apparently happening in the last couple of years, like stuff that's actually being documented. Like for example, there was a guy who landed in the Tokyo airport, um, but he had a passport for a country that didn't exist. Had traveled all over the place, was speaking a language no one really could understand, and they eventually were able to figure out that it was like some area in oh, I'm trying to think where, somewhere in Europe, where this country apparently existed for like it's like 1,000 years old. They finally started figuring out some way to talk, and uh, and then they left him alone for some reason, like in a holding cell or something. He just disappeared, but they still have his passport.
Jeez.
But that's not the weird one that you kind of made me think of. There was a guy who claims that he basically fell into another universe where the Beatles never broke up,
That's awesome.
and he the only thing he was able to bring back from there, because he was only there for a little while, was like a mixtape of unreleased Beatles songs that never happened. And apparently, if you listen to it, it's the Beatles singing songs that they've never written or sung before.
I'm sure that is 100% true.
I'm just I'm telling you, this is okay. Which one are we doing? Rainbow in the Dark.
Yep.
I'm telling you, these are facts. These are unexplained mysteries. You can Google them and
Well,
confirm that I'm telling you the truth on all of these things. It's not April Fool's again with the lack of foresight.
now see, the reason that doesn't seem too plausible to me is that if you're going to believe in the infinite universe theory, that there could essentially be a version of the universe that has any variation from slight to major on what our quote universe is, then the odds of you finding one where basically everything is exactly the same except for the fact that the Beatles never broke up and released a CD and did all this other stuff and it happens to sound just like the regular Beatles seems extremely unlikely to me.
Well, I don't know if that was. I mean, he said he was only there for a little while. Um, so like, how much of the universe can you really explore? Like maybe they didn't have shrimp, which sounds like a nightmare to me. But some people I know
Yeah.
they don't like shrimp.
I'm just saying, if you, kind of do the Sherlock Holmes thing and say, which is more likely that this guy did this or that he wants to sell a tape of new Beatles songs?
I mean,
I'm just saying. I don't know
it's
the guy.
plausible.
Maybe I'm wrong. Just saying.
It's plausible. I'm just saying, there's a lot of weird stuff out there when you start looking for weird things.
That's true. That's true. I remember once covering a story when I lived in Wisconsin where a state trooper and a Menominee police officer simultaneously and in different locations and not sharing a radio chat both claimed to have seen a UFO.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
And
lot
it
of
was so weird they actually issued a press release on it.
yeah, there's a lot of UFO sightings
Yeah.
specifically by police officers because they're the ones trained to notice things out of the ordinary. So yeah, there's a lot of if they're brave enough to do it, police officers are often the ones that do it. Man, my dogs
Yeah.
are going nuts.
It ended up being kind of a big story in Wisconsin at the time. This was probably in the early 2000s and maybe late 90s even. And I remember that at one point they went to like the National Weather Service and they looked at like meteorological data and tried to figure it out and never really got it figured out. So who the heck knows? But what we need to figure out is who's going to carry the light stick.
It's a good question.
Probably Vagabond or
Suggestions?
Lessa. Or can you? You can't hold it in your offhand because you have to have a buckler, right?
Yeah, well, I don't have to, but it would
So
probably
yeah,
be
probably
better.
Vagabond
Yeah.
or Lessa.
Let's roll on it.
Because I can't do
I
anything without.
acquiesce to Lessa. You take it, Lessa.
You take it, huh? All right,
If you
I
would-
shall be
if you'd like to,
piking
I mean,
you
if you
can.
want,
for the
I could.
duration.
You can't put it in your offhand. Oh wait, no, because you're also an archer.
Yeah,
I'll
I can
just
put it in
do
my
it.
offhand, but I'll be losing a lot because of my rune arm.
It's fine. I'll just do it. I won't contribute in that manner. All right, let's go.
You will be contributing in the most important manner, which is helping us see.
You'll be healing.
Yeah, like Samus does that.
So you might decide that, you might.
Nope, I loaded offensive spells today. I'm gonna cast offensive spells.
So, for those who don't know, we're still targeting April 6th. That would be Monday for the Update 25 to be released.
The meanest of all the April Fool's jokes.
No, we're looking good. Lamania's still, got an earlier build than the one we're working on, and things are looking pretty good. Are we just running to the end here?
Well, yeah,
Blind?
that's how you
Yeah.
fight in this.
See, I always
Then
thought
I
we
s-
just killed as we went along, but I forget who we're with.
And then I stopped to like come back for you guys, figuring you guys probably couldn't get there in the dark, and now I'm getting loved by the Earth Elementals the wrong way.
Alright, well, yeah, I'm ready to move on, so I'm up.
I mean, the Earth Elementals are almost dead. You always kill the Earth Elementals at the end of the jump. There we go. Ready?
Why is that?
Because otherwise they can Earth grab you all through the quest. You don't want to get tickled in the wrong spot.
I like Peter823 in chat says the light stick is with all of us. Go without it.
Yeah, I've done this quest numerous times without the light, and it's difficult at times, but not impossible.
Really? See, I would think sections like this would hang me up.
No, because basically, if you see the beholder and you know that, because this is either here or it's not, so you just jump to that flatness, and then you can kind of make your way.
Someone's asking about what the weekend bonus is. It's true, I never actually got into that on this week's show because we were doing too many other previews. But I will look that up in just a second. Wow, somebody's knocking that guy over a lot. Oh, is that the earthquake? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's Earthquake. Earthquake doing what it does. Now, I'm also a big fan of just run to the end of this, but most people are not, so...
I mean, just run all the way to the end and then kite?
Yes.
And then we can give it a shot.
Because the gelatinous oozes will generally eat or hold most of the monsters at the end.
That's interesting. Let's give it a shot.
Alright, well, someone
Lead
open
on,
the door.
oh source
Alright.
of light. I bet this is just like
cube.
I bet this
Wow.
is just like making your permadeath sort of soul cringe. You're just sitting.
Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna die. We are all
it's
gonna die
different.
from this.
It's so different,
Yeah.
but I have to embrace it because this is something Bonnie would suggest. And if you're with Bonnie in a quest and she makes a suggestion, you just need to do it.
Let's see if I can heal Jerry.
I'm working on it. Now see, this is why I don't do these things. Next thing I know, I'm smacking at a cube with my best melee weapon and it's gonna break. And I'm gonna have half the quest with a broken weapon. I almost died.
Well, then you could definitely use this this club thing then. See, that wasn't that bad, was it?
Nope.
And I even cast a couple of healing spells. I was gonna cast
Woohoo.
another one, but I didn't make it.
Oh no!
See, this is what happens when you zerg like this.
But we weren't zerged anymore. We were done zerging.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yep.
What is little in-game Jerry Jr. gonna say?
Oh, I need to put the thing on
Actually,
my
he's gonna
bar,
be pretty
huh?
happy because I mean, you know, living up in a world where you never have to worry about
Benefits,
death.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
lots of loot and XP. He's not gonna be hurting for that.
There it is. Okay, sorry about that. I switched out to raise Jerry and I forgot it got dark. And I continuously want to go back to my weapon.
Yamanir asks, can Lantern Archons be renamed since they no longer produce light? No, probably not. The whole thing about them no longer producing light was something we were really, I wouldn't say forced to do, but something that through our research into various kind of lag sources, we realized that having too many basic independent light sources in a certain space can cause problems. And so we had to reduce some of the extraneous light sources that really were not necessary unless you're running Rainbow in the Dark. And so, you know, do you make the change to improve game performance overall, or because some folks like to use it in one quest, you know? And that's really the deal with Lantern Archons and Rainbow in the Dark.
Who charmed that guy? Was that you, Jerry?
I did.
Indeed.
Or he did. I don't know. I just passed the symbol of persuasion. What works is not up to me. Oh, he's up there.
Titan asks, what is the time limit for remnants on the ground? It's 3 minutes. That's how long they will stay on the ground.
Anyway, I thought there was a big sale on like astral shards and whatnot today.
It should
Through the
be.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that wouldn't be the in-game bonus, though, would it?
Oh, you're asking about the in-game bonus? Let me actually look that up.
Well, I was just thinking maybe that would be it, but that's probably not it. We don't have any mass invisibility type stuff either.
We do have D-Door, though.
I don't know, we can just run. Let's just run again. There's not generally that many spawns, but if you can re-invis through here, then you don't have to fight any of them.
Thank you for picking up Janet.
No problem. For those
I
that
hadn't
just...
realized.
Oh, yeah. You didn't even know that
I
your
didn't
dog
know she was dead.
Yeah. What kind of master are you?
Really, an uncaring one.
And she's got the feet and everything.
Ah, jeez.
Yep. That constitution. It's a bummer.
Oh, speaking of which, I wasn't actually naked, so I need to do that.
As soon as I have all the monsters killed, I'll raise you again. Or these guys kill all the monsters. Sometimes I forget how fun it is to play the castery cleric.
These champions are pretty hardy.
Yeah, this quest, can be pretty tricky, actually. Alright, I'm on my way to look up the bonus. I could say the first thing that we absolutely have is a continuation of our Champion Hunter week. So the mysterious cloaks and bracers will be around through April 5th, so that'll be through the weekend here. So, and then after this weekend, they're going to be going away for a little while. They will be coming back, though, but it'll be a little while. And, let me see what else I got.
Oh, darn. We have Lessa. I totally forgot. Sorry, Lessa.
What?
Should have had you do the traps and we just could have skipped all that other fighting.
Oh, it was a trap. Sorry.
Oh, there are traps. Well, we
Yeah,
just could have went the
Vagabond
back
can do it
way.
as well.
Actually,
I just don't think about it.
I'm going to need to figure that out. I don't actually know what our bonus this weekend is. My calendar ends on the last weekend. I don't have one for April yet.
Oh, my saving throws are so bad.
Whoa. Wow, there's a nice little spike of damage.
Well, that golem is a champion.
So, I have a bone to pick with Lessa.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this. What's happening?
I started listening to the cocktail hour that you recorded with your permadeath peoples.
Uh-huh.
And you said
Finally.
I have nothing good to say about permadeath.
I know, and that was a dirty, dirty lie. I'm a dirty liar.
Okay.
Well, what do you have to say about permadeath? I don't think
Well,
I've
Well,
heard you say
it's just that I recorded that particular show without him. It was the permadeath show.
Oh.
And
like I didn't
the
even
reason...
know. It wasn't even an option. It was she asked forgiveness and not permission. and then so I started listening to it because I finally had a free moment. And she's telling dirty lies about me. Damn dirty lies. Alright, does anyone want a quick thing? I don't have a lot of the spell points,
A
but I
quick,
can do a couple
I'm
of
in a shrine
things.
as well, so
Yeah, I might
Alright.
as well too.
it's all good. It's
Vagabond, you
time.
might as well.
I will in just a second. I was going to give out a
He's
couple of
gonna
jumps.
he's gonna dump his mana on us.
He's gonna dump his mana,
169 spell
cast,
points.
drink 3 pots to finish buffing everybody in the shrine.
And I would like to point out that I'm the first person to get buffed. Of course, I was the
think-
first person to stand up, so
That's exactly why. Exactly why.
it was a sheer mere coincidence.
No, you were the first in line.
Let's see how long I can keep this ruse up. Alright, so every time you guys get confused when fighting earth elementals, you let me know.
Looks like the bonus is the final weekend of the Champion Hunter Week.
Okay. I have to go look and see how many thingies I
Was it?
have. I don't think I have 8,000 or whatever it is. Ooh, my scrolls are going to do extra damage.
All right. There is one thing I could mention though. I was just
You're
asking
the best.
Tolero about the bonus, and one thing that we can mention is that we are going to have a.
Alright, you kids ready
of-
to do this?
All right.
If we
let me
must.
actually just quick. Hey, do we want the secret door?
It's found.
Yeah. All right. I was going to say, I actually can talk about one kind of bonus thing we have coming up, and that is that next month, throughout the month, we're going to have weekly bonuses that we're sort of tying thematically to the elements, and that'll be going on throughout the next month here. And then, of course, like I say, Temple of Elemental Evil, we're targeting Monday to get that out, so that should be pretty cool too. Are you guys interested in, say, rolling up any new rogues or anything because of the pass? I know I personally am very much interested in checking out a quarterstaff build.
Wait,
some
there's a
others,
pass? Man, I'm so not in the news. I feel like the worst.
Yeah, Saba Jade is really looking forward to this. The changes and all that, the new rogue stuff. So I'm gonna watch her and let her perfect a build, and then if I feel like it, then I'll cut it. Because imitation is the most sincere form of flattery.
You know what's actually funny, Samus, is I was thinking just yesterday on my way home from work that remember back in the day I made a really it worked but not very well favored soul rogue build.
Yes.
I bet, given today's environment, you could actually make a pretty darn good one. Because you could take Harpentry and boost up your into hit damage, so you really wouldn't have to worry about your strength anymore, which was one of the big drawbacks of that initial build. You know, you could certainly give yourself a lot more, say, PR and MRR and all that sort of thing than you used to be able to. I bet you could pull it off pretty good, actually. As long as you weren't a DC-based favored soul, that might be tough, but...
I have one on Sarlana that I like a lot. He's an elf and does a lot of bow work and rogues it up with the favorite soul.
Yeah, I've got my rogue ranged build. McGoogles? Or not McGoogles. McPlunderer. And I like it quite a bit. I'll have to look into the changes. Like, most of the time when we do changes, it's on a class that I really don't play that much. So I'm not in the loop, but I really only read things once like the full show notes are out. Or the
Sure.
first release
Yeah.
notes.
Those will be out on Monday.
But, yeah. But, now I have to look into these rogue changes, because it's not like Paladins, where the only Paladin I ever play is the one Lessa made me. Alright, you guys want to kill a Beholder, or you guys just want to do the quest?
Oh, well, might as well kill the beholder, huh?
Okay.
This wall has been intentionally barricaded, perhaps in hopes of keeping something.
A champion bat.
That's just batty.
That bat is really, really good at catching mice. Or fruit. Maybe it eats fruit.
Fruit, probably.
Yeah, because you become a champion at something by eating vegetables and fruits.
It's true.
Meats! Meats eater. Alright. Tobrell has like a big meeting today about not really a promotion, but a possible move. He's been looking to move to Denver or whatever. And so I sent him a text message today. I'm like, don't forget, in the event that it goes poorly, I cook bacon. And I sent him a picture of a pan full of bacon I was cooking at the time. Oh man, you should have seen his text message reply. He was so jelly.
Nice. I love this guy's name. Memnezerez? Memnezerez? It's got to be one of the better names in there. My poor tiefling's assassin blade.
There we go.
You still fine with that thing?
Well, we haven't
I
got
know.
him anything
I know
better.
we haven't gotten me anything better.
Yeah.
So might as
Well,
well
the
just
crit
stick with
range
it.
has got to be awesome on it.
Well, I mean, exactly right. There's no reason, because it's so much of my damage is based on crits, that it's somewhat irrelevant.
Alright, give me a moment. Uno momento, por favors. Or go ahead and loot the chest.
I
It's all
tried
good.
to move.
It's all good.
tried.
You guys
I
go ahead.
tried.
You go ahead and loot the chest.
Sapphire Protection 5. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that. That's actually not bad at all. This one. I don't know how many times I've fallen into spikes in the darkness. Thanks to zerging party members in this one.
This one, again, once you kind of learn where the dangers are, you can just kind of jump in the dark and make it.
That's true. You can.
But I take my responsibilities as torch wielder seriously. So I might leave you guys in the darkness straight away, but I will.
You gonna get that bag?
Vagabond's feeling bold.
I got it.
Go go. He is. He's doing his thing.
I'd say sometimes the trap will go off on that pillar. Oh, oh. Okay, so for those of you
Can I
who are
blame
not
lag on that one?
experienced in this,
Yeah, can I blame
No.
lag on that one? Okay.
you cannot.
Yeah.
I watched you. Okay, so for those of you who are not the most experienced at this particular junction, you step out to this first one. Just walk to the first one.
Yeah.
All right, and then from there you have two options. If you're fast enough, you can just jump to the end. If you're not fast enough, you can jump like Jerry did that second time. Not the first time. Don't do what he did the first time. Do I need to go to the middle for you, Lessa, or... Oh, nope.
Titan has a question I can answer. What is going to be the next big server event? The answer to that, although it's maybe a smaller event, is going to
Almost
be
made it.
the egg hunt. And that's going to start, I believe, next week, next Thursday.
Were you able to get that?
No, it did not
Okay.
reach me. I apologize. Don't.
That's fine.
You probably shouldn't throw me
No,
a raise
how
until I
close
figure
are
out
you?
where the damn ladder is.
I'll climb down the ladder. Are you ready to get a raise? Okay, you're almost on the ladder. If you turn back around, nope, the other way. Here, hang on. Just let me come back where you were. There, stay. Let me raise you.
You want me to take this here?
Yes, take
Yep.
that right there, and then go into stealth mode. Don't move.
No. As soon as I took it, I died.
That's weird. Okay, well, here.
I'm in the
Now you're not
spikes.
gonna. Now you're not gonna die. See over here? This is where the ladder is.
Oh, I see the ladder now.
Okay.
I thought
I
these
saw the
blades, you could
ladder.
run through these blades.
You cannot run through the blades. But if you are in stealth mode, you can walk underneath the blades.
Okay. Nightmare Knight asks any plans to change the loot table for the egg hunt. No, I
Right
don't
now.
think we have any major plans to change the loot table, at least not for this one. This is just kind of a fun weekend event for those who are interested.
I'll stand in the middle for people.
Nightmare says I'm dying again going for a personal best. I don't know what my personal best for the Spring Fling has been, but we've probably died at least 5 times at some point in a quest, and I haven't hit that yet. I've got 4 deaths.
Oh, all the negative levels. I totally
Indeed.
thought that my death ward was still running.
What was that?
Apparently I took a whole bunch of negative levels and then magic missiled. Or force missiled or something. So be prepared.
Disintegrate for me.
And I feel sheepish.
Champion hour.
Yeah, that is a champion. Nice. Nice earthquake, though. He's trying. He's doing his best.
Just a bunch of force missiles.
Okay, so how do we do this? I think I have a scroll.
Hope you do. I don't have
Well, if not,
reincarnation
I've
up.
actually got a small pile of cakes from Daily Dice.
I have a one
Oh,
scroll
no!
with a 60% chance
Oh, I
to use
cannot
it.
believe I did that.
Yeah, nice. What'd you do? Did you just recall out?
Well, I clicked the. I think I had the release
Oh
button.
no!
'Cause
He
I went to-
released because look, the
I-
key.
I went to pull up my inventory tab and pull it in front of the thing, and it hit the release button.
There's
All right, I'll
radiant
be right
arc.
back.
Oh yikes!
You guys should have
XP
everything
loss
else
for
right.
everyone. Yay.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Uh,
Car Madrian asks, anyone know if the 40th anniversary cards are usable anymore? The answer is not for getting loot out of. You can still double click on them and add them to your image gallery, but the ability to use the cards in exchange for items is no longer going to be available, and probably will never be. But it's always possible we might reuse the cards as well, so I always hate to tell people to get rid of them. So, use your best
hey,
judgment on that.
Draculetta. Should we detour for him so that he can
Yeah.
find his way back?
Yes.
I think I can
yeah.
make it.
Hey, Mister, I can brag, and I could run this in the dark all the time. I guess let's see.
Bring it back here.
Yeah, I think I can. I think I can make it. I might have to switch a spell or two, but I should be able to make it.
Hey, if you make it, you're better off than me. Let me just say that. I know I can't.
What is the bloody
Was there
spell that I
anything in
want?
front of us that we can clear till he gets here?
You guys could probably be pretty close to finishing the quest if you want. I'll just hit that shrine right in front of the quest, and I'll jump in. We'll see how much of this I can get ran through.
We're mostly around the same range, probably age-wise enough to maybe be fans of Road Warrior. And I know that I'm totally biased because it's a Warner Brothers movie, and so I have to say good things about it, but I don't have to pretend at all. I think this new Mad Max movie looks freaking amazing. Have you seen the trailer that came out yesterday?
No,
I
I
didn't.
just saw your tweet or your Facebook or something.
Oh, if you
I
ever
didn't
like,
even know there was a new one.
oh yeah, I love Road Warrior. I loved Road Warrior. It fueled many a Car Wars session, and I just have to say that this seems like the coolest Road Warrior movie since Road Warrior, and it just looks so GD good.
See, and this is where the dirty version of me wants to be like the Load Warrior. 'Cause that's a different movie.
Yeah, that's the parody one. There's lots of spikes in that one too.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've got the key. This is the end.
Yep. All right, uno momentos.
So
Kill
really, am
clear
I
the
the only
shrine
one
of
who likes the
Reaper.
Road Warrior? None of you guys are big Road Warrior fans?
Um,
Come
I
on,
liked
Beyond
Mad
Thunderdome?
Max and the
Yeah.
Thunderdome.
Road
Was
Warrior
it?
is way better than Thunderdome. Not that I don't
Thunderdome
like
was pretty
Thunderdome.
good. I don't know. It got pretty hokey pretty quick, and I like Mel Gibson, so.
Cranky the Eighth Dwarf, which is a great name by the way, says, "Know how much TP that the Temple Pack will be." We're not announcing the exact price prior to release, but I can tell you it's going to be in the ballpark of Haunted Halls. You know, our classic adventure pack, our other classic adventure packs. So, if you're looking to kind of figure out how much to set aside or whatever, about that much.
Man, I don't know. Is it possible for me to put my 2 cents in on some of these classic adventure packs? Can we get some Eberron classic adventure packs? Like, there's some really good ones.
There are. I mean, so far when we've been looking at classic, we've been looking at some of the older classics, and Eberron, if you remember, really didn't come about until the third edition here.
Well,
So we've been focusing mostly on, 80s era, 70s, 80s era adventure packs.
I guess you couldn't call it classic,
I think you probably
right?
could.
Because
I think you
it's
could
probably
by
not
this
old
point.
enough for classic. I mean,
Yeah.
is it 10 years old even? No. Third
But
edition.
but you're
Third
not
and
wrong.
3.5.
I mean, you're not wrong. There are
Yeah.
some really great Eberron
Oh,
adventure
there's some
packs.
great ones.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm pro Eberron. I know that's my adventure setting, and I'm prejudiced, but there's some great ones.
Well, you're going to be pretty happy this year then, because after we get Haunted or Temple of Elemental Evil out, we're going to do Shavrath and then Veil of Twilight, and both of
Oh,
those are going to be
those
real
are.
nice. So,
Now you're singing my song. All right, I'm in the quest, so if you guys want to finish it, you can. If you want to wait for me,
Well,
you
you still need
can.
your signet stone. But we could finish it and then come back and bring you the light source.
No, you can't.
Maybe. I
No.
don't. I
It
tried to use
goes
my
into the
scroll on
stand.
Jerry. It
It
didn't
goes into
work.
the stand right here.
I bet you I'm up. Yep. Whenever you run into the wall like that and you're not making forward progress, moving side to side, that means you didn't fall far enough down the tunnel.
Did anyone else hit 18?
Maybe?
no, I'm on my last rank here. Or actually, yeah, last rank here. I could go all pay to win and just get some from the store.
I got your back.
Yep.
I'm already on it.
I missed the last jump.
Meet Natasha.
Nice. Hey, did you read
Natasha
did you
has
read DDO
resurrection.
Gamer's article on Larafay? I think it was last week now. It was a really fun article about just how
I
mad
can
crazy she
imagine
is.
it was fun. She is insane.
Yeah,
She, she's in attack mode all the time, even when she's passive.
I love that. I think it's good.
She's a really fun hireling to have.
I actually think we should have more hirelings with crazy personalities like that.
In fact, my favorite epic hireling um, is kind of like her, and he doesn't even. He's one of the favorite souls or whatever. He doesn't even have the heal spell. You just have to wait for him to decide to heal you. His name is
Oh,
Breck.
right. I
He's
know
my
that guy.
favorite. I take
Yeah.
him everywhere. If I'm on a paladin, I take him everywhere with me.
Yeah, I forgot about that guy. Hey, I think we should just wrap this up, huh? We don't need Samus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
let's
ahead.
do it. Yeah, you don't. Why isn't... I thought,
I fell down the jump and then I didn't
Vagabond,
get as
you did
far
the
down as
puzzle
I
wrong,
thought.
baby. It looks like you went red, yellow, green, green.
Did it go green, green?
You did go green,
That was
green.
orange.
It's supposed to be, something else.
Orange.
All the colors of said rainbow.
Roy G. Biv.
You know what's fun is to bring Clank and Beard in here and make him solve the puzzle because he's colorblind.
Oh, nice. And we've actually, most puzzles in the game, we've tried to address that issue of color blindness. But you're right that this one is not one of them.
Yeah,
Still ain't
Roy,
solved. What
Roy
are we
G.
doing
Biv.
wrong?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
That was. Boy.
All right.
There we go.
You did it! Hooray!
Oddly familiar pedestal in the center of the room is covered by a magical barrier.
yeah. Apparently, Flame Strike is not giving me the light that I was used to.
Searing light should work, if you have that.
Do you need, fire?
I gave out some
Oh,
fire.
okay. Oh, sorry. I just
Not a
thought
problem.
maybe Jerry needed
Can't be enough. I gave him
a little
some.
something.
Can't be
Hey,
enough.
I am going to be perfectly fine. There is no chance I am going to die in this fight.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the one.
Bye bye.
Woohoo! Oh, and there's my level.
Yay! Does that mean we'll be 18 for the next?
Yeah.
I'll just come back and run this later. Like,
No,
I don't have
we
my-
can help you
Oh,
out.
we could detour and bring you the light source
yeah,
now.
we'll just
Honey, you
detour and
can't
bring
bring
you
me the light.
source.
No, you cannot bring the light to me. Once it goes in the
Oh.
puzzle, it is done.
The scepter is
Oh.
bound to the pedestal and
Oh.
cannot be removed.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
no,
That's what
No,
I
I'll
saw.
just run it again.
I ran this about a week
Hey, actually,
ago.
I've
I
got a
forgot the
question.
jump. I should have got some sort of jump spell.
Actually, I was just thinking of something. I just tried this out. Have you tried Shadow Walk? Shadow Walk actually gets you a pretty good view of the ground.
Yeah, I'm a cleric. I said most of the time when I do this, I have Ice Storm, and Ice Storm does a pretty good job.
That's exactly what I was using. I was scoping it out earlier. Not sure if I'd be
Yeah.
near the light source or not.
No, it's fine. My biggest problem is I get to the one spot where you've got to be careful not to fall, and then I guess I'm falling part of the way, but not all the way. Yeah, it's fine.
We
I'll just run
open-
it again. It'll take me less time to just run it again later.
We got our signet stones from that chest, right? I'm not crazy.
It should do.
I'm just looking at the loot list and I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got 4 stones.
Yeah, I definitely got one, but it isn't here on the loot list that I see either.
Is it the stone of foresight?
Not sure. I'd have to look it up. I already.
It should
Yeah,
be.
I've got 4 stones as well, so we're okay. I was paranoid for a second there.
I have to
I
be
didn't
honest.
think I was going to be here this week.
I don't think we're going to get to ritual sacrifice. this
See
week.
how much time.
Oh.
Because we only have like about 15
Ah, well,
minutes
we'll do it
left.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be
But we can
close.
level before next week, right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, it'd be real close.
Lakinus says stones go into bags, but do not go on the list.
Yeah, I found out that you've got to take the main stone you make out of the 5 out of your bag for the NPCs to realize you have it.
Yeah, that one I knew.
Correct.
That's been around for a long time.
I didn't know it because I've never done this before. It took me a little while to figure it out.
I remember there was once an exploit where you could just talk to that guy over and over. That was bad.
Yeah, there was a Lamania bug
Yeah.
at one time where you killed one of the optionals in the orchard, and you could just talk to him and get the XP over it again. That's when we had the big jump to 20.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so Nightmare is saying you could use Flame Strike as a light source, but you said you weren't having much luck with that, is that right?
I think it was hitting inside the wall,
Okay.
so I wasn't getting as much of it as I wanted.
All right.
Like, it was working well when I knew I was pointing. I said, I think I was falling some places where I didn't think I had fallen, or I fell part of the way. So then when I was casting it to light up the ground where I expected it to be, it was instead going into the wall. And I
Gotcha.
thought that was my problem.
As we're getting, or at least I'm getting a little close to wrapping things up here, why don't I just mention a quick change that's going to be coming to the DDO Chronicle. This is kind of an interesting one. So typically the Chronicle has been published on Fridays, like late Friday afternoon, perhaps even early Friday evening. It's one of the last things I usually do before I call it a day, or call it a weekend. Call it the start of a weekend. And but I'm going to be moving it as of April 14th, so not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. We're going to be moving it to Tuesdays. And the reason for that is twofold. One, we can give people more time to actually see events ahead of the weekend. You know, there's just a few more days for people to check into the Chronicle to know what's going on that upcoming weekend. And it also opens up that free time on Friday mid-late afternoons for something like a Twitch stream. And so I'm thinking that'll be the slot where we're going to try to do our character builder show. And that should be, it's not going to start right away that same week, but soon. We're going to hope to get that underway too. So hopefully you dig that. That should be pretty cool. The only real change it means for you guys, for the most part, other than perhaps the day you look at the Chronicle, is if you are the type of person to send me event information, I'm going to need that information from you a little bit earlier. You know, rather than sort of being able to just sort of send me an email on Friday at late morning or something like that. I'm really going to need your emails by Monday afternoon. So that'll be a shift. And if that becomes a problem, let me know. But hopefully it won't. And I think overall it's going to be a nice change for everybody. And I don't know. Anything else you guys want to add before we kind of wrap things up?
No, not really. I know sometime this week, Lessa will get around to finishing editing the new taping we just did.
Mhm.
And that's, of course, no pressure. But it was a pretty good one.
Yep, just recharging the muse. Don't mind me.
Yep.
So that will get done pretty quick, and then I don't know, all the usual things.
All right. I'm just looking at my feats. What should I take? What should I take?
Have you got it quicken?
I actually don't think I do have Quicken on this guy. That might be one.
You yourself fast with it, and it's supposed to be uninterruptible, so
Yeah, it is uninterruptible. I mean, occasionally you'll run into an issue where sort of,
you think you'll get it off, but you get
yeah,
tripped first.
right, yeah.
Something like that, but it could save you.
Yeah, I think that might be my best choice, because I could take spell penetration, or I could take an additional spell focus, perhaps something like, I don't know,
Why would you want to take a spell focus?
Probably no reason.
Yeah.
I could actually, do you know what the only? I don't have precision. I don't have point blank shot, but I guess I don't really need it. I don't have improved shield bash. As a swashbuckler, that would increase my chance to do
Offhand damage is
yeah,
tech.
offhand damage. So maybe I should do that.
How are your saves in general?
My saves are 18, 33, 20. That's on
Could take
both.
force of personality and get those will saves up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would certainly do it.
You'd put up a lot.
Yeah, I would. Being as my charisma is 33 right now. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of a run up and bash things. Maybe I'm going to take that improved shield bash. We just have a couple weeks left anyway. Might as well.
Um,
Nope. What were you going to say?
oh, I was just gonna ask if you had anything crazy like cleave or anything like that you might enjoy.
Well, I'm single weapon fighting.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I basically, what do I have? Yeah, I've got all the way up to greater single weapon fighting. I do have greater spell focus enchantment, and that's for like my charms and things like that. Uh, Improved crit piercing, of course. Improved single weapon fighting. Single weapon fighting. And I think those are the ones I've picked
I
so
just think
far.
it's fun to cleave.
I don't
Cleave and
think
great
I
cleave are fun.
meet. Yeah, I don't meet the requirement because I don't have power attack.
Yeah,
Oh.
swashbuckler.
Yep.
Yeah, but I've built a swashbuckler that did have power attack and cleave and great cleave, but he was like a sort of a hybrid. He was a fighter hybrid, and it was super fun.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I mean it's a cool idea. I just don't actually don't have it.
Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out again real fast on hard.
Would you like some help?
If you want to tag along, you're welcome to do so. I'm just gonna zerg through it like as fast as I possibly can.
I'm in the harbor. I'm in a port there. If you leave me behind, it's not a problem.
Okay, well, you're welcome to tag along.
I'm coming.
All right, and I think I'm going to call it. Oh, I've got my gold roll here. Let's see, 1,000, 10,000 plat. Can I just say though, daily dice for new players who don't have much plat is a really nice thing.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I do like the daily dice.
Yep.
I think they cost a little too much um if you're buying a couple of them, but you know, if you're gonna pay to win, God bless you.
It's also free. Just
Yeah,
saying.
the free ones I think are good. You're rolling the extra ones there. Like I said, if you're gonna pay, God bless you. Keep the
Yep.
servers up for me.
All right, cool. Well, we are going to call that a show then. We'll be back with you next Wednesday, starting at noon Eastern with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream, 1:30 Eastern for the Spring Fling. Just to note that on Thursday here, we have got both Siren's Learning Curve, that should start around 1 o'clock, and New Game Plus, which starts at 8. Titan is streaming on Fridays and Sundays. And Mondays, we have Minion Monday. We have Twitchy Tuesdays, along with DDOPL a little bit earlier in the afternoon. And then most weeks, the Damsels of DDO are streaming at around 2 to 2:30 a.m. Start time. On Wednesdays, sort of 11 to 11:30 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesdays. And you guys were, I know, going this week. Do you know if you're going next week?
I believe we are, yes. Well, we're definitely going to check out the Temple of Elemental Evil on our personal Twitches.
Cool.
So, and no spoilers, so we're going in blind. It's going to be fun.
How can you not have spoilers? You've played the quest like a million
I
times.
had Temple of Elemental Evil?
Yeah.
Have I really?
Surely you play Dungeons and Dragons. It's like the
Okay.
Burning Plague. You've had it on the
Okay.
Burning Plague 1,000 times. In all your minutes of role playing, you've never done an
I,
elemental
I I
evil?
think that's something else, Samus, the Burning Plague.
I don't know
The
what he's
burning
talking
plague
about.
is.
It hurts
Oh
when
my
he
goodness.
PvPs.
Yeah.
It does. It does. All right.
All right. And for other shows as well, I know, Samus, you are doing one on Sundays where you play Dungeons and Dragons. That starts, if I recall correctly, around 7 o'clock Eastern. And Lessa, you also have the Red Eye Static Group and a whole bunch
Yes.
of other shows. Just go to Lessa
Yeah.
101 and you can find out about that too. All right, until next week, guys, we will talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.
What? All right. I'm not turning.